Hello my friends, welcome to my channel, Abandoned Places Around the World.
Thomas and his friends were once an integral part of the railways. They laughed, competed, and helped each other as they made their way across the vast expanse. But the world has changed. Now the rails are covered in cracks, the stations are ruined, and the railway tracks lead nowhere. Thomas stands alone among the ruins, his blue paint hidden under a layer of dust and rust. He no longer shines in the sun, and his smile is frozen in an eternal emptiness. After the apocalypse, humanity disappeared, leaving behind only shadows of the past. These steam locomotives were once symbols of friendship and adventure, but now they are abandoned everywhere, forgotten in dense forests, lost in deserts, frozen on ruined bridges. Their wheels no longer turn, and their mechanisms have rusted to such an extent that any attempt to move them ends only with a resounding rattle of metal. Some say that in the night you can hear soft sounds among the ruins, as if someone is still whispering between the wagons. At times the wind rushes through the abandoned depots, and for a moment it seems as if someone is calling for help. Can Thomas remember what the world was like before the disaster? Or is he forever stuck in this nightmare, with no passengers, no friends, no future? Now the railways are graveyards of machines, and Thomas is just one of thousands of lost trains that have vanished without a trace along with civilization. The wasteland people say that the railways don't lead anywhere anymore. But then why do some of the rails look like something has traveled over them? Why do old stations sometimes find fresh tracks on dusty platforms? Thomas stands motionless, but those who come here feel they are being watched. His empty eye sockets, broken headlights, stare straight into the soul. No one knows how long he's been here. A year? A decade. Time no longer matters in this dead world. They say that at night the fog thickens over the rails, and the heavy thumping of metal against metal can be heard among the ruins. Occasionally someone notices one of the abandoned trains suddenly appear in a different place, though no one has seen it move. Perhaps it's the wind. Perhaps it's a shadow play. But one day a lone traveler heard the muffled sound of a distant honk. He turned round, but there was only darkness around him, only ruined paths leading into the void. He took a step back, and then he heard it, the squeak of wheels, slow, rusty, but inexorable. He ran without looking back, because he knew that if he saw who was moving in this desolate world, he would never be able to leave. But even when he reached safety, his heart was still racing. His ears were still ringing with that creak, that muffled, tearing sound of metal moving against its will. He only dared to turn around in the morning. Emptiness. No tracks, no sounds. Just endless rails running off into the horizon. But when he looked at the old corroded sign by the tracks, a cold terror gripped his body. On the dusty, cracked sign, someone had run a finger over the rust. The letters left behind were jagged, but they were legible. I saw you. And in the distance, through the mist, a distant muffled horn sounded. Thank you all for watching, my friends and viewers. I put a lot of effort into this, and I truly appreciate everyone who watched until the end. If you love Thomas, share this video with others, And don't forget to leave a comment. Who is your favorite character from Thomas and Friends?